Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick update on my status as far as what's been going on the last few months without revealing too much information, but just kind of give you an idea. And this is basically what spurred my video about informants. Um, anyway, during the summertime, actually before the summertime, shortly after I stopped doing the video chats, I decided to network with a bunch of locals and actually got um, involved in a local militia. And what happened, long story short, is there's a lot of questionable activity going on. And what I mean by that is that there were rumors that certain individuals in the leadership were planning on recruiting preppers and like minded folks for the sole purpose of targeting those who had the most preps. They seem to only want to focus on doing search and clear of buildings. They use the excuse that they would need it, in case the leaders need to get rescued or whatever. But they particularly catered to those that were easily swayed and were just yes men. Those that brought up questions or disagreed with some of their insight or whatever, they tended to try to push you out of the inner circle. And so this is what we were encountering. So they had a schism, and basically the adults left the room, split off in their own group. But most of those were not even in the location I was at the time. Now, when I got wind of this, and someone told me that they actually had documents that were incriminating, I started to question the leadership. And I didn't really come out with any accusations or anything, but just really didn't like what I was seeing. So I told a few people that I knew to watch their butts, and apparently they felt like it was their duty to go back to the leadership and tell on me. What that did was it put me under scrutiny. They were at one point thinking about trying to kick me out of it, and then they even made verbal threats to me. At which point I decided enough was enough and I just wanted to quit. Well, they came back later and tried to expose my personal life, any criminal record I might have had, which, by the way, none of it was convictions or anything. They were only charges that got dropped. But they tried to paint me as a felon and other things. So, because of all that, I decided to get with some people that I'd networked away from that location and basically pick up and move. So I'm living in a different place now. I'm not going to divulge where that is because right now OPSEC is very important. But what that brought to light for me was that these organizations are being set up to entrap people and either to gain information that they can give to the federal government in some cases, or these guys are just con artists and they're trying to use people for donations and possibly get people to be involved in criminal activity at a later date. Whether or not SHTF happens, you know, if you throw all your morals out the window because you feel it's more important for you to steal other people's hard earned supplies than to save them on your own, that's just something I didn't want to be a part of. So just keep all that in mind, and maybe this can be a learning experience for some people. For me personally, it was, and I'm a lot more guarded about who I talk to and what I allow them to know about me. However, on the flip side of that, it's given me a little bit different insight because years ago, when I was talking with a bunch of guys, we all came to the same conclusion that leaderless resistance would be the best bet for any guys prepping or patriots or whatnot. And that's only reinforced by this experience because you can network, you can talk to your like-minded people in your location and group up with them. But your best bet is to not try and enforce any chain of command or have a leadership, so to speak, because you can be infiltrated. And 9 times out of 10, that leadership is already the infiltrators. Some cases you might get lucky, but in my experience, the opposite is true. So, just from that, I just admonish people to network with people that you live around. Those are the ones that are actually going to be there if things should fall apart, and it's looking like they're going to. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I'll talk to you guys later, and keep your eyes open.